If every celebrity had a name like Bill Nye the Science Guy, what would they be called? The number one answer is Jeffrey Dahmer, the People Nommer. And
that's why the conversation died immediately.
Welcome to the Hoot Hobbs Show. I am Hoot Hobbs. With me, as always, Mr. BT Brennan Torres.
What up?
So, listen, as far as like a lot of topics and stuff, not really. We got like some sports and stuff coming up on the next show, but or on the Garbage Time Sports Show. But as for the Hoot Hobbs Show, just going to be another episode, two guys kicking some ideas back and forth, shooting the bull. Yeah, man, freewheeling. So, speaking of free wheelie or Willie, you remember that movie, Free Willy?
I do remember Free Willy.
All right, so this is, just hang with me, okay? This is a setup.
Okay.
To a true story.
90% of them are setups,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah. So check this out. First off, I want to start off by, let me set up the Free Willy setup. All right. I've been putting up a fence in my backyard.
Okay.
All right. That's it. I've been putting up a fence in my backyard. That's literally.
Is it a wood fence?
It's wood post, and I used no climb livestock fence to stretch in between it and nail it up because my dogs are like livestock. They're huge.
Yeah, they're big dogs.
Yeah, so I went ahead and did a 5-foot fence all the way around.
Rad.
So anyway, I'm working on that last weekend. Okay. Now then, back to the saying, Free Willy. All right, so you remember at the end of this movie when the kid's like, let me just give this guy a SeaWorld trick. Throws his hand up and the whale's like, shoots up over this jetty, like somehow this orca flies, and we were all like...
We get the camera from above from the whale's belly, seeing
and
down
you're
the
like...
boy.
Of course, then you're like, come on, doing that Michael Jackson
MJ
song.
plays.
Yeah, because he had a song for that movie. Anyway.
I bet he did.
Yeah. Did it do? Anyway. So you remember how we were all like, that whale couldn't do that.
Yeah,
that's
scientifically,
crazy.
no.
Physically impossible, right? Well, I beg to differ. So... So I'm working on my fence, right? This will all make sense in a minute. Just hang on.
Okay.
So I'm working on my fence, right? It's me and my wife are out, and she's helping me with the fence. But more than anything, she's really doing what moms do. She's watching after Bentley. She's watching after Harley. Harley is in our swimming pool, and we have this thing worked out to where I say, yo, Harley Dale, and she holds up her hand and says, I'm right here. That way I always know she's good, right?
Yeah.
She did really good the night before. She's doing really good this night. She does what all kids do on the ladder. Remember, mine's a piece of redneck paradise, okay? It's an overgrown puddle, okay? I have an above-ground pool. Yeah. She gets on the ladder and jumps off because that's what kids do. I know the ladder says don't let them jump, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, they're kids. I'm letting her jump. So she jumps off the ladder into the pool. My wife says, are you okay? No answer. To which I say, she just went underwater. I was giving her a second. I was like, yeah, I got it. So I say, Harley Dale. Nothing. At this point, Fat Boy is sprinting towards the pool. I'm talking as fast as...
Baywatch theme song playing in the background.
I'll be ready. I looked more like Pam Anderson than the Hoff, because I got these bodacious boobs,
Oh, my God.
Anyway, so back to the Free Willy thing. I told you it's an above-ground pool. So I'm running towards the pool, and I
Don't get ahead of you.
Yeah, some of you are ahead of me. So I get to a point where I can actually see over the side of the pool, and my daughter is face down on top of the water.
Yeah.
I panic. So I jump, and I'm talking, all the water comes out of the pool because I'm a fat boy. But I cleared the entire side of that pool.
Nice.
Yeah, 52 inches, my friend.
Nice.
Dove over the side.
That's some NFL Combine numbered, Lance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, get at me, But I grabbed my daughter, and I'm going to, on one fell swoop, man, I'm trying to get her up over the ladder from snatching her out of the water. And she goes, Dad! I stop and I look at her. I said, what are you doing? Of course, I'm sure I said other things. But listen, man, look, kid's fine. All right. What she did, she had her goggles on. She was floating on top of the water, and she had her little sinkers, and she was dropping her sinkers, watching them sink. That's what she was doing. She's doing kid stuff. It's okay.
Yeah.
However, I dove over the side of this pool wearing regular outside, working outside dad clothes. And in my working outside dad clothes, I had my working outside dad pockets that were full of dad stuff.
Oh, my God.
Like cell phones and wallets and keys and everything else. So it
Yes.
hit me. I said,
I got to get out of this pool.
yeah. So instead of climbing out of the pool, I thought, I'll get my phone out of my pocket, toss it over the edge, have my wife grab it. But my adrenaline was up. So what happened is I reached in, grabbed my phone, and I'm talking, I launch it. I am talking, bro, hey, the MLB guys might be calling me over this pitch. It was pretty crazy. I threw my phone.
You hear that, scouts?
Yeah, believe me, don't at me. You would be sorely disappointed. But I take my phone out of my pocket and toss it toward, just toss it gently over the edge. Tell my wife, hey, grab that. I said to my wife, I said, grab this. Whew, and I throw it, and it sails towards my house. And I was like, uh-oh.
She's not going to get that.
Smacks the side of my house and then falls on my back porch on the concrete. And I was like, well, if it wasn't broken, it is now. I was like, God.
Ugh, cringe stuff.
Yeah, I was like, why did that happen? My wife's like, are you mad? I said, no. That was all adrenaline right there. I mean, I was scared to death,
You were
bro.
probably grateful because she was alive and fine.
yeah.
Everything was good.
You know, it was all just
Nobody had to go to the hospital.
Yeah. Oh, man. It was...
Except you almost had to.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys see on those, like, what was the Pacific Life commercials when the humpback whale, the blue whale, whatever, comes up out of the water and all the splash. That's what it looked like, I would assume. I look more like a beluga whale, though, I think.
You're so white.
That's correct. But either way, so, she was good. She's
Well,
okay.
the Pell Rider saved the day anyway.
Yeah, that's right. But you know what? I felt... Getting right down to it, I felt pretty good about myself. I was like, you know what?
You dadded the heck out of that
Yeah, man.
situation.
As soon as I did, it was like dad mode, engage. And I just took off, man. But she was fine. There was nothing wrong. I saved her from herself.
What did your wife say about all of this?
Oh, God, yeah. She was just like... Of course, my wife handles tense situations by kind of freezing up. So,
she just watched this
yeah,
whole thing
she's
happen.
just like, what do I do, And I don't know.
As would be the natural reaction to anybody.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. It's not like she failed on or anything. She just, everyone has fight or flight, except for my wife. She has, shelter in place. So when COVID measures came in, it's like shelter in place. She was like, I've been training my whole life for this.
Way ahead of you.
Yeah, she's like, I got this. I am in place sheltering. Meanwhile, I'm like, ain't no government gonna tell me I gotta wear a mask. Yeah. My wife's like, I'll wear it. I don't care. Whatever,
It's just let me go on about my life.
Yeah, exactly. My wife is logical.
Just keep trudging forward.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a big thing.
That was wild.
Yeah.
I did not expect that. I was
Yeah.
wondering how you're going to bring that back, but you did it.
Yeah,
You
man.
did it.
Yeah, and it even gets a comical twist on a very scary situation.
Well, thank
'cause
God she was okay.
Yeah. She's good.
And that was right before school started?
Yeah, dude, that was a Saturday evening before school started. I was like, okay, so I have that happen on Saturday evening. Then on Monday morning, my same beautiful infant baby child daughter started kindergarten.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn.
See, I had that last year.
Yeah, and you're like, whoa, 5 years.
It's surreal. Now, he had started pre-K the year before at the same school, so it kind of helped get us adjusted to it because it was a lot similar to school. But it was still very surreal knowing that he was going to school and he was, going to be in the system. He's going to be interacting with his peers now. I'm not his only, major influence like that.
Right.
So things were going to change, and they did, but it has shown a development in his personality and the way that he's able to, learn things now. It's great now that he's going to school, and he enjoys school, which is great.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Harley, it's only 1 week into kindergarten for her. But
she's done.
Yeah, she's like, I'm over it. No,
that was me. That was me in kindergarten.
See, man,
I could tell you that
done with
story.
this.
Is my first day of kindergarten. My grandparents had gone out. They had got a cake. They had got me presents.
Oh, my
They
gosh.
had gone all out because they wanted to celebrate. I had been a big boy and finished my first day of school. Wouldn't touch any of that.
Yeah,
Didn't want to do anything to do with it. because I was so mad at them for making me go to the school and they didn't come and get me. So I just was mad, and all of that. No ice
bogus,
cream,
man.
yeah, no ice cream, no
that.
pizza, none of that. I didn't want any of it. I went to my room. I went to bed.
Yeah, you're like, no, you don't understand. I don't want any of your congratulatory stuff. I don't want to go back. I'm fortunate. My daughter is a lot like her mother, my wife. They like school. They're nerdy. Me, I wish I'd have paid attention in school. I don't feel like I have the proper physique to be stupid. I feel like you got to look a certain way if you're going to be dumb.
Well,
if you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough.
I was going to say what you have is toughness.
Yeah.
You're durable.
Durable.
We describe you like we would a battery.
Yeah.
Long lasting and durable.
Yeah, like a Ram truck. It's like a mud flap, I guess. I don't know, but either way. So yeah. Anyway, I've been putting up fences and saving kids. I mean, look, I don't want anyone throwing the word hero out there, but
if they did,
I mean, I'd probably be like, yeah, I mean,
I get it.
Yeah, I get why you say it. Even my own daughter's like, you a buster.
Was she over it as soon as it happened? Was she like, thanks for your
heroism? Or was she like, Dad, let go of me? She was like, Dad, let go of me. She was mad because I was like, get out of the pool. She's like, what?
What'd I do?
She's like, you're the one acting like a buster. Why do I got to get out of the pool?
Yeah, what the heck did I do?
Yeah, I'm just over here being good. Like, what are you talking about right now? So anyway, tell me about the move. Tell me about the move.
Well, that's the reason that we haven't been recording. If for those that aren't in the know, my family, we've been in the process of a move for a few weeks now. We've finally done the move, and I'm surrounded by boxes. I'm in an unfamiliar house. New sounds. This house is old AF. Like, I'm talking, it was built in 1948.
Nice.
I swear sometimes when I look in the corner, I see movement of things that it's gone by the time I look over there. But that could just be my paranoia, or I could be high or something. I don't know.
Let's take some one.
A little column A, a little column B.
Yeah, a little column A, a little column B.
I was frustrated for the longest time when we first moved in because we had no internet. So it was just draining the data from my phone. And that was getting slow, and we had nothing to watch on television. So we broke out the old DVDs, which you can tell we stopped collecting around 2012, 13 sometime.
Right.
Because that's when the newer movies drop off. You don't have anything past. I think we watched like This Is the End.
Oh, yeah. I have that movie.
Yeah, it's a really funny movie. Loved it. But, I mean, that's what we've been doing to get by. Now we have internet, and I got to spend time talking with the cable guy. He was fantastic. He's awesome. I learned a lot about him during the time he was there trying to hook everything up. He was a prospect pitcher that got drafted out of high school to be a left-handed pitcher. He could throw a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. He turned down the $100,000 contract because he thought if he went to JUCO for a season, he could up his stock. He blew out his arm. And the rest is he was doing the cable, but he was working on something else that was going to become his career. So he has ambitions and goals and things that's going to happen, and I wish him nothing but the best. But it's a really sad story because what brought it up, and, shifting gears here, but what even brought it up is I had mentioned my son. I'd always joked about I was going to tie his right arm around and make him do everything left-handed so he could be a left-handed pitcher and make us millions.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because they're, so valuable in Major League Baseball.
And your cable guy just broke down right there. Oh!
And that's when he's like, yeah, no, I love baseball. So really, and then we got to talking about it. But anyway,
it's funny that you should mention that because that's the most painful memory of my life.
He wanted to talk about it, though. So I hope he said he's going to download the show and listen to it. So I hope he does.
I hope you do,
and
man.
I would love for him to come in here and talk to us about that experience.
Talk about baseball with us,
being a Major League prospect and, deciding to try to bet on yourself and then, if something happens, but then you rebound.
Yeah.
And you turn, he has a family and a life, and he has seemed very, very happy. So
yeah, I would say you don't have to.
It doesn't have to be the end.
I would say I agree with that because we just as bad as anyone else in the entire world, but the entire world has their priorities mixed up. Like money is actually what is going to bring you happiness, and that's just never been the case. It's never going to be the case. I mean,
absolutely,
you left a job making really killer money just because you
didn't.
hate
I hated the job.
Yeah.
So I gave all of it away for peace of mind and happiness, and I'm not looked back. And so far, it's paying off for me. I mean, the new house may be older than the old house, but the new house is like twice as big.
Yeah.
And I have my own recording studio now.
Yeah.
That is literally has its own bathroom, has its own AC unit. It, it's just massive and spacious. The only weird thing is there is a dryer in there because for some reason they did a weird thing where they put the washer in one room and the dryer in another. But it's an old house, so deal with it.
When it was built, there were no washers and dryers.
But it's exciting stuff, We have a lot more room. The yard is massive. We're in town, so it's new sounds and stuff to get used to. But I don't know. We're back smack dab in the middle of Fort Smith, though. We're no longer on the outskirts. Takes a little bit longer to get here. It was an adjustment.
Right.
Didn't like it.
Yeah.
I was like, I could be there in 10 minutes. And
it took me like 25 to get there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably 20, 25. Pretty close.
Yeah, probably close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I left about 5 before 2 because I had to get out of the driveway. I was literally mowing, and I took a shower and came.
Yeah.
Because our yard is so big now, you got to mow it in segments.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
And I don't have a riding mower yet. So.
Yeah. I would say, I'm with you. I understand that, though, completely.
Yeah.
Say, I had to get up yesterday morning and mow mine. Well, that's another thing that happened to me over the course of the past week. My son turned a year old.
Yeah.
My son turned a year old.
Take 2.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, my mouth just went as I was trying to say that. My son turned a year old, which, a lot of people who, everyone, there ain't anyone who's going to be like, who cares, But at the same time, a lot of people might not understand the fact that that's a big deal.
He's a miracle baby.
Yeah, because, we didn't know he's going to make it past 2 weeks. And he's
living in the toaster for a while. And now he's healthy, happy.
Oh, yeah.
And starting to resemble y'all.
Yeah, well, it looks like my dad. He looks like my dad. He does. It's weird.
Discerning.
Yeah, it's discerning. No, he's a handsome little fella. It's just funny. Whenever he was a little bit younger, the hair on top of his head hadn't come in, but he had the old man haircut, the horseshoe haircut. Mm-hmm. And so every time which my dad also happens to rock a horseshoe haircut. So they would sit together, and it'd be really funny because they just look like grumpy old men sitting together. But anyway, yeah, that's him. But, so we had his birthday party yesterday, and I don't know if you've ever had a 1-year-old. Well, of course you've had at least one 1-year-old's birthday party. So like smash cakes.
Yeah.
First off, okay, look, man, smash cakes have been a thing since forever. I mean, my parents had a recording, a VHS recording of me as a baby. With a smash cake, smashing that cake all over my face and everything. It's just good stuff, you know what I mean? However, I will say this. I think it's cute. My son, of course, had one. But, like, you do think about it. It's like, hey, Bentley, what'd your parents get you for your first birthday? You know what he's going to end up replying? Diabetes. You know what I'm saying? He is like, hello, I'm Bentley Hobbs, and I've got diabetes. And if you call this number, you can get,
Because you're giving like a
cake.
A personalized, sized, full-made cake to an infant.
Yeah, and you know what it's loaded with? Sugar.
Nothing but.
Golly.
Nothing but the best.
Bro, I took a bite of his little smash cake after he was done with it. Yeah, I know, it might sound gross. I don't care. It's my son. I took a little pinch out of it. Oh, my God, it's so good.
So
I was like,
sweet.
I get it, bro.
Good cake. No wonder he wanted it and smashed it up and rubbed it all over his face.
Oh, yeah, man. It was just...
Still a great idea. Let's give him a cake, but let's not give him any silverware.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's so cute.
What's next? You just tie the hands behind it like it's a watermelon eating contest?
Well, I was actually going to get ready to smash his face in it. I was like, ain't a smash cake, it's a smash face, boy. But...
Catch you slipping.
Punk. But
it's funny. You shake your head and do the jokes, but I talk to my son like that sometimes. Catch you slipping, boy.
Yeah, man, listen up, you old mark ass. Like, don't call your son a mark ass trick, Brandon.
It's like he's got to learn. He's got to learn.
He's got to learn.
He didn't grow up in the same places that I did, I guess.
Right, yeah. You're trying to gutter your kid up a little bit, You don't want them growing up too soft. You got to gutter them up just a little.
Well, we have a house right smack dab off of Park Avenue, so right there in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
I like it, though. It kind of reminds me of, years before when I did live in the city.
Right.
So it's familiar to me, even though I haven't been living that for a while. I've been kind of on the outskirts of town.
Yeah. Well, and you're one of those people that like you're built for that. You can do that. I couldn't live in the middle of even Fort Smith. Like I'm not even talking like it's some kind of bustling metropolis.
Yeah,
just,
like Chicago.
I'm not even trying to pretend it's anything like that. But seriously, like look, man, I've lived in major cities. I've visited major cities around the world, and much busier than Fort Smith. I get it. But I am telling you, Fort Smith is too busy for me to want to live in, like, the heart of it, like you are right now in the park. No way. No way. Because, like, I live 8 miles northeast of Lavaca, and I'm like, man, what's up with all these cars driving past today? It's like a chicken truck. Like, it's crap, man. I'm trying to get out of the traffic.
It's funny you say that. You're right. You bitched about your neighbors when they first moved in because...
That's the whole reason I moved out there, man, is to get away from people.
Yeah.
And, like...
It's one family.
I start building a house.
It's one family. And he's like, that's too many.
It's one house. There's multiple families, I promise.
Oh, my God. Okay, that's different.
Yeah, there's a lot. But, like, those people ain't never been anything but good to me, so I can't really...
Can't really dog on them.
I can't. Oh God, I can. But I'm not going to. How about that?
Fair enough.
Like they things are. Welcome to the country. That's all I can say is welcome to the country. It is a great place. It is also a strange place. You just have to get used to it, and
See, that's what's the selling. That was the selling point about this house that I'm in currently was the massive yard. But the massive yard is fenced in within the confines of the city, and there's shrubbage all the way around the outside of it. And it looks beautiful, but you're like surrounded with this little meadow.
Surrounded?
Yeah, surrounded.
We got him surrounded, Brandon. Sorry, it's Sean Connery. I don't know what. That didn't sound like him, bro. Like, what am I doing right now? All right. No, I'm good. I'm straight, man. All right. Woo. All right, sorry. So you have shrubbery.
Yeah, we have shrubbery surrounding us in the city.
In the shitty.
In the shitty, you say.
Yeah, welcome to Shitty Walk. Anyway,
but no, it's kind of nice because when you're in that little area, you feel secluded from the rest of the city because you can't see it around you.
See, a friend of mine actually lives downtown. He has one of the historical houses downtown, and he has the same thing. He has a 7-foot privacy fence around his backyard, which is honestly his backyard's small. Like it's small. Now, in comparison to mine, everything's small. I have a 3-acre backyard.
Yeah.
But it seems small. But man, with the way he has it, it's all open. The trees that he has for shade are on the outside of his fence.
Yeah.
So it lives really big.
See, that's what ours does. Is all of the major trees, besides the big old tree that's in our backyard, that is one of the classic ones.
Sure.
You'd be an old oak tree.
Yeah.
You could put a rope swing on because the tree is so low to the ground. It's great. But other than that tree, everything else is open.
Yeah, so it just lives big.
So it looks like this massive meadow. You can see the sky, but you are also protected from the sides with trees and shrubbery.
You got a lot of evening and morning shade, too. That's nice.
Great. Keeps the bill down on the heating and stuff. And the front yard is big pine trees are in the front. So that in itself has killed all of the grass. But it also provides a lot of shade for the entire house. So it's really nice. You'll have to really come by and see it.
Yeah, I'd be...
Next time you're in Fort Smith, seriously, I'm wearing the smack dab. No matter where you're at, you'll be close.
Yeah, right. Just like, you're in Fort Smith? Yeah, I don't care where you are. You're close.
Yeah.
Just come on.
It's about 10 minutes away from wherever you're at. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Damn, I just had something I was going to say about that. And it's gone now. It's gone now. Oh, yeah. I was going to say that, like, me talking about, because I do live way out in the boondocks where property's a little more affordable.
Yeah.
I have all this open property and stuff, and I really like it. I like all the space I have. But around my house, I don't have shade. Like, I have one tree that casts shade on my house. It just so happens it casts shade on my AC unit, so I know how to prioritize. But
nice.
Like, other than that, my house...
Pretty open.
My house really doesn't get a lot of shade. And I wish I could get more. The back of my house in the evenings
Even
from about 3
even
o'clock.
planting a tree, you're looking at years before you get any real
Oh yeah, well,
shade
but,
from it.
but no matter where I would have built my house on that particular lot, the front of my house would have just been exposed to the sun all the time.
Yeah.
Up until the sun goes back far enough in the evening.
On the other side of the
house.
house.
Mine faces like
Explain that, flat
southeast.
earthers.
Yeah, explain that to me, you flat earth weirdos. And they're like, well, it's simple. And then they go about explaining things that don't make any sense.
Yeah.
And I was like, y'all shut up now, you hear? I don't, like, this doesn't shut, whatever. Anyway. On next week's episode, we're going to talk about how we hate flat earthers. If you're a flat earther, come be on our show and hate us back.
hate.
Yeah, if you got hate in your heart, let it out.
That's the Hoot Hop Show. Just come and hate with
Yeah,
us.
that's right.
Not really, guys.
Yeah, next person to say something's getting shot. Believe that. Hey guys, thank you so much for sticking with another episode of the Hoot Hobbs Show. We apologize about it being a little short. We're still kind of dealing with some computer issues and whatnot. That's what kept us out of the loop. That and just kind of life happening last week kind of kept us out. But we wanted to bring you a show. There's some stuff that didn't make it on. Our live stream ended up dying. We're just trying to kind of hold it together with bubble gum and spit at this point.
We're going to take it as a sign this time and do the smart thing and go ahead and wrap this up.
Yeah. I think that's what we'll do. We'll wrap it up. Find us on the socials. Keep downloading us. Keep supporting us. We appreciate you so much. You want to come be on the show? You want to just talk to us? Whatever. Keep doing what you're doing. We love you guys. And so from BT and from myself, we bid you good night.